Hey friends, I have a last minute project for you. It is a Fab Farm Fresh project brought just for you today. And I am going to show you how to make this beautiful card and how to do this heat embossing with a stamp set. Isn't that beautiful? This is on our new Vellum in color. This is the fresh freesia and this is the polished pink. I don't have this on a card yet, but I'll show you how to do this wonderful project. My name is Verna Mullen. I'm from Western New York State and I do live on a farm, and it is a gorgeous day here today. The stamp set I'm using is Daisy Garden, and this is a large background stamp. It is beautiful. I just love it. I'm also using the scallop contour dies to do this frame here. And I have not put a label on the front. I put one on it and I didn't really like it. So it's just kind of beautiful like this. And this ribbon, I really would probably put a whiter ribbon on this and maybe a color. But anyways, I was really happy with how this came out. So let me show you how to do this. And I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus. And as you may know about the Stamparatus, it's wonderful for re-stamping something that doesn't come out well. And I will show you a little bit about that in a minute. Okay, so I have a piece of the Vellum in color cardstock. This is a pale papaya. And all my measurements will be down in the description below the video. I have this large stamp and I'm going to put it face down where I want it on this vellum, about like that. Then I'm going to pick it back up and I'm going to ink it up with Versamark ink, which is a clear ink. And you can see you could do even a 5x7 card with this image. It is really beautiful. I'm gonna close this up and press down on that. Give it a good press. And just to make sure, I'm gonna ink this up again and do it again. Bring this in and give it a good press. Now it looks like I need to turn my camera, so I'm going to do that really quickly. Sorry about that. I forgot about it. Okay, so I have the Versamark ink on this. I'm going to slide this out of here. And we'll move this out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my white embossing powder, and I've already been playing with it today, so I use a coffee filter, and I'm just gonna bring in another filter and take this one and hold it over it and dump it on it. Okay, we need a little more at the top and the bottom here. We'll do some more for the top. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over and just tap it. Oh, that is so pretty. Can you see the shimmer of the vellum on that? How beautiful that is. And there's a little in that corner. I want to get a little more on there. Okay. I think we're ready to heat it up. And I'm going to just lay this down here. Actually, I am going to wipe some of that powder off that got on there. I'm going to grab I think this is a Febreze dusting. These work great in the stamp room, especially with your embossing powder to clean it up. It'll pull that all up off the surface. Okay, so now I need my heat gun, and I'm just gonna take my bone folder and just hold this down at the top. I'm gonna warm up the gun. It'll take a minute for this to heat up and melt. Oops. I got my ink or my gun too low there. You can see it's turning. Did it again. Okay. What I'll do is cover this with ribbon. So don't get your heat gun too low, or that will happen. I probably could heat it up and maybe scrape it off there, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so we've got this piece of our vellum, and I'm going to put it on a piece of cardstock, basic white, because I want that white behind it to really bring out the white of the daisies. Now you could just leave it like this and put it on the card. It would be beautiful. Just gorgeous like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to put a piece of, this is our adhesive sheet, and these little strips pull off here. It would help if I had the right side. And then they will stick to the back of this vellum or cardstock or whatever you are using. Oh, let's see. And the tricky thing about the vellum is that whatever adhesive you use, unless you cover the whole back, it will show. And we want this to lie flat also on our card, and this will help do that. Okay, and then these are going to peel off, and they're going to leave the glue on the vellum. And it's stuck to me. We have another sheet to pull off here. And Stampin' Up does sell that. Okay, and now I'm gonna layer this on here. And you just wanna make sure this is nice and smooth. There aren't any bubbles under there. And you can see I have got just a little bit of a white edge here showing, and I'm going to take that over to the trimmer and just trim that off quick. Okay, so this is what we have. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in I want to color the stems and the centers. So I have got Stampin' Blends markers, and I'm going to use Granny Apple Green and Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to use the dark Daffodil Delight on the centers. And that tip is bad, so I'm going to use this bullet tip. I'm just going to come in and color in these centers like this. You could use the watercolor pencils, and I have done that before. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful. I am going to color that a little bit yellow right there. Now I'm going to bring in, and I think I will right here too, because the center would be there. Now I'm going to bring in the Granny Apple Green, and what I'm going to do is very lightly go down the stems and the outline of the leaves. If you get it on your vellum, it might bleed a little bit, so just try to stay up on the embossing. Just go over very lightly. And again, I'll have the measurements and the supplies in the description below the post, and then this will also be posted on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. What else is going on? Stampin' Up! Is having free shipping tomorrow on any order of $50 or more. That's an awesome deal, especially if you live on the East Coast. I don't know, it's just really expensive to ship unless it's the regular shipping. Okay, so you see how I'm coloring that green in like that? And I'm going to go along over here and right here, just very lightly. There's a stem here, a leaf here. We'll get him. And it looks good with some of the white showing, so if you miss a spot, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Today on the farm, my husband is haying. It was really cold here last night, and they were hoping for some drier weather, but at least there is a breeze and it's not raining. We've had quite a bit of rain. There's the blob we'll cover. Okay. So then this I'm going to cover with ribbon. Most of it should get covered with the ribbon. Okay, so that's, and you can take a paper towel and just wipe off the excess, if there's any excess ink on there from using the blends. Missed a spot there, I'll get. And so I'm going to take I'm just going to blot it gently. There is a little bit, I am picking up a little bit of ink, but not a lot. That's really pretty, I think. All right, ribbon. Let's get some ribbon on this baby. How about, I think I'll use the Bumblebee Gingham ribbon. And because I want to cover that blob, I am going to, I didn't do a bow on the other one. I'm going to do a bow on this one so it'll cover most of that. You could color your ribbon. You can take the Stampin' Blends and color it. Let's see, let's pull it down right about here. Oh yeah, so I have a special also that goes with the free shipping. If you place, you have to have a $50 order to get the free shipping. And if you place an order of $60 with me, I will send you the beautiful hand-penned Memories and More card pack. And I will also send you a free tutorial to show you how to do 4 cards with that. And that's with a $60 order. And there's a host code to use for that. And I will, actually I will post that. I haven't posted it yet. Okay, and we'll move this up a little bit. We'll manipulate the bow and I'll put a glue dot there so it'll kind of hold it over that. And grab the glue dots. I know and where is my take a pic tool? I'll use this old tool here. And I'm going to lay that right there. And I might put that right down like that. The tail. There. Okay. It's hidden pretty well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've die cut that to fit onto my frame that was made with a scalloped contours die. And I'm going to turn this over and put a bunch of dimensionals on it to pop it up. You can use the dimensional sheets. Let me see if I have any of those. Oh, I do. Okay, so I'm going to use the sheet. I need to cut it right about there. So these are really neat. They save you putting all of those dimensionals on the back. And it pops it up nicely. Take that off there. And then we'll take this off the back of that. So you've got your foam on the back there. Let's see if I can eyeball this with the camera. I'm going to move it down a little bit to see it better. And get it right. Okay, so there's our front. And actually that should go over a little bit. See if I can, oh boy. Wonder if I can take this off and move it. Well, I'm not gonna. It is going to be what it is. All right, so I need a piece of the pale papaya. And this is 4 1/4 by 11. And I didn't score this, so I'm gonna just hold it. And I need my bone folder. Okay, so this will go on here like this. And that is really bugging me because it's not centered. I'm going to see if I can get that off there. And maybe glue it back on. I'm just going to tear this off. And I'll have to, maybe I can use a piece of adhesive sheet. Because it doesn't look good when it's not centered. Okay. I'm going to cut another one of those. And I will be right back. Okay, nothing like making a major boo-boo on Facebook Live. Oh well, that is life. All right, I am going to take my Seal Plus, and I'm going to run this on the back of this. Actually, I think I'll use the tear and tape. So Stampin' Up! Is releasing another celebration, and you will be able to order from that August 1st. It is a new holiday catalog, which is so exciting. There are some beautiful projects in that. And if you become a demonstrator, you get to see those projects early, like we were able to look at them now. And you can also order early. You can order in a month in advance. It's really cool. I'd love to have you join my sweet Stampin' Chics team. And we will have monthly meetings and projects that only you can do as a team member. I'm going to put another strip down the middle of this too. So that is, we can begin to order from that, I believe, July 5th. And then it will be released for the general public on August 1st. Okay, we need a strip down the middle here. I am like all getting all for-hoodled, as the Amish would say. All right. So here's our card. Let's see if we can center this right. At least we still have that cushy pad on the bottom. There, that looks better. Awesome. And I'm going to, we need some stickiness on the back here. Bring in my seal again. The Seal Plus is my favorite. I'm out of the liquid glue. I like that too because you can move things around. Okay, and then this is going to go centered on our front. Just like that. And then there we go. So I have that one, and I have this one. They're both cute, and I have this one yet to do, to put on a card with a polished pink. This is Fresh Freesia, and this is Pale Papaya. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Take care.